Gemini, this is your June 2022 reading. I've also been guided to show some cards for you. Nature's Whisper. At the end of May, there is a beginning with your body and your appearance. Something is changing. It could have to do with your thoughts about your appearance, the way you think and communicate, possibly sales. So sales, teaching, maybe learning something new. So when I say your appearance, it could be tied to what you do for work. It could be tied to what you do when you're out in the community. So this might be simply doing something that makes you look a little bit different. It doesn't have to necessarily represent something like a weight gain or weight loss. No, it could be something as simple and superficial as makeup, no makeup, dress clothing, no dress clothing, flip-flops, you know what I mean? Like just switching things up, okay? So there's a new beginning, but it has to do, it's got kind of a business vibe to it, okay? Now, when we get to the mid part of June, an ending and a closure for you, all right? There's like a completion feeling, completion vibe around your beliefs. Has to do with something you believe in or that you don't believe in it. So it's like your seventh house energy of partnerships. There's a belief that you're releasing. You know how when we're in a relationship, we have our different thoughts and our beliefs about who is right for me or who isn't right for me. Your connection in relationships is really tied into, and when I say your connection to relationships, it's your connection or lack of connection to deeply committed one-on-one relationships. The energy you have here is about freedom. You want someone who is independent, who will honor your freedom, who will consider you equal, where things will be fair. You want someone who's smart, someone who's kind of like a world-like traveler in a way, who's got some world sense about them, but who's also spiritually inclined, right, has that business savvy, but someone who, you don't want someone who's going to be clingy and dependent on you, right? Because you're not like that. And so you don't want that. And when what we exude, right, who we are, that's what we draw to us. That's what we attract because that's what we put out. You're reconsidering some things in partnerships. And so you're releasing beliefs about what a partner used to have to either look like or be like, or just whatever your have tos, like all your checkoff points. The main thing was so that nobody would tie you down. And so this happens like midway through the month. And so whenever we release, it makes room for the new. You were making a change in your appearance by the end of May, and then you're changing your beliefs. So remember, your beliefs and how you think, they're intimately connected, right? At one end is your thoughts, like how you talk and communicate. And at the opposite end is your belief system. Polar opposites, but they're connected. The next thing that's going to be coming through for you, this kicks off a 12 to 16 month new beginning for you in friendships, group energy. It can be digital, so it can be online. It's youthful, so it might be connected to whether it's youngsters or people who are willing to take action with humanitarian virtues, servants of the world type of energy. It's like, you know, the Martin Luther and Gandhi and Mother Teresa type of energy. Like they didn't just talk about it, they did it, right? They just went out and did it. There's a little bit of spirituality in this, right? It could even be civics. That's I kept seeing Martin Luther, yeah, like Martin Luther King. Civil, because there's a lot of ancestral wounds. There's a lot of ancestry involved. There's wounds about people's appearances, hurts about freedoms of our body, my choice, my body. And so being involved in group activity, there's this beginning, this kickoff. This is this 12 to 16 months. So you'll be meeting lots of fresh faces, lots of new people. You're to kind of use the energy for sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. At the same time, what I'm hearing is not far after that 12 to 16 months, it's during that time and meeting all these new people that you're probably going to be considering if you're like looking for a partner and you've been single the whole time and you've been considering, like you've been kind of feeling it, there's going to be someone that you're going to be meeting. It means you're somehow involved in some sort of activity. So it can be the youth, it can be military, I'm hearing as well, because they're showing me the Aries, the sign of Aries. So it can be some military stuff, but it's freedom of my body, can be physical activity, groups who do like workout stuff. But it can be like they're saying the head, don't forget about the head, talk about the head. So Aries used to put the head down and charge forward, used to be very impulsive, very aggressive and assertive. So they're saying to be careful about that. But they're also saying this is this experiment energy. Go and have a good time. There's a lot of bravery and courage, like a whole lot of that happening. And they're saying that because of the release and the beliefs that's going to be going on in that seventh house of relationships, if you're looking, they're saying that's changing. This is the beginning of that. And they said, just start pulling cards. They're saying only one of these to then also give you one of these. Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. Chill a little bit on the perfection area, they're saying, and to have a little bit more fun, be more like a cat. Yeah, she's come to join us. She's saying, yes, this is us all together. Okay, so here's the outside of your card. I am worth loving. Look at, there's two people on this card. Oh, I am worth loving. Interesting. Geminis get accused of having the duality of the personality. And here we have two faces, right? The shadow side. Do you know of your shadow side? Do you have a shadow side? It just means that you have the ability to see the left side and the right-hand side, the up and the down, all the degrees, right? Like the 360 degrees, you can turn that way and you understand. You can turn. I put the owl for the Gemini because the owl can turn its head. So it gets all those different perspectives. But this is all about love and loving self. And this is what's changed in the last couple of years. Like you found out some traits you had. You knew you had them, but you know what I'm saying? Like they've just become more pronounced. And so there's a part of you that's kind of excited. It's like you love yourself even more right now. It's like, ooh. And when that happens, that love kind of oozes out and others get drawn to you and becomes like Venus. Let's read the card real quick. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. Now we're going to go ahead and get you that other card. Inner Truths. Holy freaking beautiful. Down by the roots. I'm so glad the word truth is here on this card. When I talked about the relationship energy and wanting that equality and that freedom, the word truth can also be used in there as well. That's one of the key words. And I didn't say it, but the cards are showing it. You have Sagittarius in your seventh house. Seventh house is partnerships, relationships, marriage. You're a seeker of truth, so you want a partner who's also going to be able to seek truth. But this is about inner truths. I see two main individuals, other than the individual on the card. I see hidden people. Like you have this person with the little one, right, with the candle. But I see two other individuals that jumped out. So the first one is here in the blue. See that person's face right there? And then this is the next one. Can you see those faces? There's some history involved here from the past, some depth, some knowledge, soul history, soul knowledge. There's two faces down here. It's like literally a face looking that way, the silhouette, and the face looking the other way. God, this is such a cool card. I've never seen it. See the little heart right there? Lots of things with the earth energy, but roots. So this is the past. This is family history, but lineage. Your ancestors. We've got water and a boat. So I heard the river Styx right there for a minute. Lots of stairways here that go up. There's all little stairways. So you have the ability to be on multiple levels. You can go to the depths of Hades if you need to and cross the river Styx because you've got the light. You can ride that boat and then see how the planets are up there. Look at the dreams. Look at the beautiful beach scene and the dreaminess. So let me look at the number for you. This is the number 16. That's the number 7, seventh house. They're telling me to watch out for perfection and exaggeration. There's an idealism energy. Be careful to not put people up on a pedestal because there's no such thing as that sort of perfection, meaning no matter who they are or what they do, what choices they make, how they act, how they dress, there's going to be something that will disappoint you. Got space. A timeline traveler, traveling through timelines, the quickening, the awakening, but it's a quickening because of changing timelines, like a quickening I'm hearing. So individuals from the past, seeing the duality of self, letting go of the history, letting go of some of the wounds from childhood, deep ancestry, tons of faces popping out all of a sudden right up in here. Up at the top. So there's something about space and the stars. So maybe star knowledge, astrology even. Like one of my youngest, earliest thoughts, I remember thinking like being here on Earth, this wasn't my home. and that my mom and dad weren't my mom and dad. You know, this could be this as well for you. You're all of these and more. You are well seasoned. That's what they said. The truths and the beliefs and your belief about what you once thought was true for relationships is changing.